5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's been a long few months, and the wait is finally over. The practice putting on the carpet, the backyard chipping, and all this, it's time to take it to the course. It's time to flood those tee sheets, to actually take advantage of the replay rate, and to finish up by the light of the moon. This year, golf season might not be as long. That just means we have to play that much more golf. Let's get to it.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2021 TaylorMade Philippine Virtual Product Launch. I'm Eric, and I will be your host tonight. We are very pleased to have everyone here with us tonight as we unveil the product lineup for 2021 from TaylorMade Golf. Make sure to stay tuned as we will be giving away some prizes, including, of course, a brand new driver to a lucky attendee. To kick off tonight's activities, let's listen to a special message from David Abilis, President and CEO of TaylorMade Golf. Mr. Abilis?
Hello everybody in Southeast Asia. It's an absolute pleasure to be in front of you today, although I'm behind a camera. Typically this time of year, I'm on an airplane and coming to see you in person, and I really look forward to doing that again in the very near future. However, I did want to take a couple of moments and first thank you for all your incredible support of our business throughout the course of 2020. Last year, despite all of the challenges we faced globally and specifically regionally in Southeast Asia with the pandemic, we delivered some extraordinary results. And it wasn't just in Southeast Asia, it was in every market around the world that the TaylorMade Golf brand and our products excelled. We had record highs in market share in every major market around the world, not just in metalwoods, but across our entire product portfolio. From metalwoods to irons to wedges and putters, and importantly, in the fastest growing segment of our business, our golf ball. And in many regards in Southeast Asia, where our leadership is completely pronounced, one of the best regions in the world, you led our business throughout the course of the year, and I'm incredibly grateful. I know Kem and our team are incredibly grateful, and our entire region of Asia is incredibly grateful for the great work that you do. However, as you know our company well, we do not rest on our laurels. We have turned the corner, and it's now 2021. The products that you're about to see are the most exceptional products that our company has launched in our 41 years. The new SIM2 metalwoods and irons are simply extraordinary. They're faster, they're longer, they're more forgiving, and they're better to look at than any other metalwood and iron products we have ever created, and I'm excited to get them to you so you can sell them to your customers. But beyond the success that we're excited about in our equipment business, our golf ball business will become the fastest growing category in our entire product portfolio. On the back of new technology, a new cover formulation, and a new dimple design in our new TP5 and TP5X, the performance of our new tour product is absolutely exceptional, and you'll see that in play on the worldwide tours. Talking about the worldwide tours, we couldn't be more excited to see world number one Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, Colin Morikawa, Matt Wolff, and the entire team back in action. And you may have seen just a couple weeks ago, we welcome world superstar and Ryder Cup hero Tommy Fleetwood to Team TaylorMade, a very, very exciting time for our company. So all in all, team, we are very excited about what's about to happen in the first quarter of 2021, and we believe implicitly that we will have a record year in Southeast Asia and a record year around the world selling and marketing TaylorMade golf equipment and golf balls. And I'm going to finish where I started. Our success is driven by you. Your ability to buy and sell our products and distribute our products through the entire region is simply extraordinary. I'm incredibly grateful for it. I know our team in Southeast Asia is incredibly grateful for it. And I really, really look forward to sharing that sentiment with you when I see you in person in the near future. Have a great year. Happy New Year. On to 2021.
Thank you, DA. It is truly shaping up to be a great 2021 for TaylorMade Golf. Now on to the program proper. In 2020, TaylorMade focused on reshaping the driver to deliver speed and aerodynamics at the most critical stage of the swing, those milliseconds right before impact. They created Shape in Motion. In 2021, embracing the evolution of design, TaylorMade has reinvented the way drivers are constructed, with an increased focus on enhanced forgiveness while maintaining speed and optimal launch conditions. Building on the success of last year's Sim, and because every blockbuster deserves a sequel, this year, TaylorMade brings you SIM2. To unlock a new dimension of forgiveness, TaylorMade engineers were forced to completely rethink how drivers are built from the ground up. By fixating on the process and materials, they discovered a hidden key in the form of a new design called forged ring construction. Utilizing a lightweight and high-strength aluminum that's precision milled, the adjoining feature unites the critical components of the driver head into a singular force. As the defining component of this year's driver family, the forged aluminum ring is one of our 4 crucial elements of the unique construction, each serving a vital function that allows the driver to be forgiving, fast, and powerful. The other modules are the carbon crown, carbon sole, and milled back face cup. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2021 SIM2 driver. To tell us more about this year's family of drivers, let's hear from Senior Manager of Product Creation for Metalwoods, Mr. Tomo Bysted.
Hi there, I'm Tomo Bysted, the Head of Product Creation for Metalwoods here at TaylorMade. Today I'm here to talk to you guys through about the new SIM2 line of Metalwoods, specifically starting with the driver. Now the driver is obviously called SIM2, it's based on the shape and motion technology that we saw in 2020. And so before we go into the specifics of this driver, let me talk you through what the shape and motion technology is really all about. Basically what we're doing is we're creating a super aerodynamic head, obviously raising the crown, creating a low inertia generator feature on the sole here to position all that weight really low to the ground and as far back as possible to create high inertia. And we're doing that in combination with this asymmetric sole feature, right? So we're actually shaping the sole to conform with the golf swing and the downswing to create maximum aerodynamics through the impact zone. And so that's really what that shape and motion is all about. It's about breaking those trade-offs of putting great aerodynamics together with high MOI and low CG. So with that out of the way, let's move on to all the amazing new things that are in this SIM2 line of drivers. So the first thing you're going to notice is the construction is entirely different. And the way we've thought about this construction is unlike any other driver we've ever made before. So let's take a look at some of the details here. You'll notice this blue ring at the back, obviously very, very different looking, but it's a key to really unlocking what's different about the construction in this club. In this driver, the only part of this driver that's titanium is the face. Typically you'd see a titanium sole or a titanium back or even a titanium crown on a lot of drivers. This one literally just has a face. Now within this face, you'll notice some familiar technologies that are coming back in 2021. First of all, you'll notice the twist face logo right here. This still has that breakthrough twist face technology that corrects on mishits low heel to high toe, and really, to combat those tendencies that golfers have as players. And so that's staying in the line, and it's the same geometry really as we've had before. Now, as you look at the toe here, you'll also notice another familiar technology, but now in a new location, and that is the speed injection technology. The ports used to be here in the face and the heel and the toe. This has now moved to the toe here. And the reason is we currently have a single location here in the toe, and that's really different in terms of how we're injecting and how we're managing the efficiency of the face. And you may ask, why do we only have one injection port? Well, the reason is we've actually machined the back of the face. When you see that cutaway of this club and you see the inside of the club, you'll notice that the inside of that face is machined out. And that's really to control those thicknesses very precisely to create that CT spike in a very, very specific location to ensure that we can get maximum speed out of the face and create that speed injection technology with just one port in the toe. So that's simplified. Now, looking at the sole here, you'll also notice another familiar technology in the speed pocket. The speed pocket is a through slot like we've had in the last couple of drivers. Again, that's a technology that's there to create a bigger sweet spot, but also protect that ball speed on miss hits, especially low in the face. And so that speed pocket technology is extremely important for that. Now, when you look at the rest of the head, now you're going to see a lot of carbon, right? So if you look at the top of the club, we have that massive carbon crown. It's covered as much real estate as possible on the top of the club, and we really want to make sure that we're saving as much weight as we can so we can use that extra weight to position it in more beneficial areas of the club. So that's the same thing goes for the sole panel. Sole panels traditionally are titanium or metal. Now we're creating this large carbon panel, and that carbon panel is going to save additional mass that, again, we can use strategically both here in the back and a little bit in the front as well to create maximum MOI. And again, MOI, as you know, translates to more forgiveness. So that's a really, really important aspect of this. What this all does for us is it essentially creates an ability for us to create more MOI in the club, more forgiveness, more MOI, through having more weight in the back of the club. And so you'll see these weights at the back here be much heavier than previous generation TaylorMade products in this driver category. So really, that is really the fundamental recipe of that carbon in the crown and the sole. And that brings me to my final piece of this puzzle, and that's this aluminum ring at the back. We talked about the carbon crown and the sole. For weight savings, this saves additional weight. This is made out of a high-grade 775 aluminum that really is, first of all, serves as impact-resistant material here on the side of the club, but most importantly saves weight, crucially, that we can then place in a better place in the club, both in the back low heel, sole here and as well as the front. Now this piece here is made through a really complicated process of forging. We forge it first, then we machine out the inside, then we also apply a beautiful anodized blue color to it again, so it really stands out there at retail, looks beautiful. But really this piece is what really is this whole construction is built upon to create that high speed combined with incredible MOI and forgiveness in the club. And so this is really, again, that linchpin in the technology that pulls it all together. So within those technologies that we just talked about on the new construction, there's also some subtle differences in the three different models that comprise the SIM2 driver family. Let me first introduce each one. The first one is the SIM2 driver. This one replaces the SIM driver currently in the lineup. We then have the SIM2 Max driver replacing the SIM Max, and then finally the SIM2 Max D product for those guys needing a little bit of draw bias. Now, the fundamental technologies, like I said, are very similar in each one, but they have some performance differences that are really important to note here. The SIM2 is going to be your lowest launching, lowest spinning option of these three. Again, targeted really for that high spin golfer, potentially slightly better players, and we're doing that through having a little bit more of that weight split front to back, and you're gonna see a little bit more of that weight up front here inside this area where the TPS weight is on the sole. With the SIM Max, as the name implies, it's our maximum forgiveness product. This has our highest inertia in the lineup. The inertia is up hugely from 2020 on all three models, and the SIM Max continues to be our most high inertia product, the SIM2 Max. And this one, you're gonna notice that TPS weight is in a slightly different location, a little bit more to heelward, because we're housing a little bit less weight here and more weight at the back. And this weight at the back here is 24 versus the 16 gram weight on the SIM2. Now moving on to the SIM2 Max D. Now this is a really exciting product for us because we had a mission here to create a product that had that draw bias, and in fact we wanted to extend the amount of draw bias that we provided the golfers while also maintaining really good MOI and good inertia in this product. And so we did that by actually shifting this entire inertia generator more heelwards on this this head specifically so that we could keep a lot of weight back here while at the same time creating that draw bias that so many golfers need out there. And so this head's going to be so great for a lot of guys who struggle with the slice or just the right side of the golf course in general. The SIM2 Max D is going to perform incredibly well for that player. So in terms of spin rate for all these, you're going to see again similar differences that you saw in the 2020 SIM lineup. The SIM2 is going to be at the lowest spinning, like I mentioned. There's going to be a 200 to 300 RPM increase in spin going to the Max, and a couple hundred RPMs more into the Max D, although that will depend on how much draw bias the player is experiencing, and these could actually net out pretty similar in terms of spin depending on that result. So the three models, all 460cc, all featuring that incredible construction with the forged aluminum ring at the back, but really at a target here to figure out how to get into different players' bag depending on how you play and what kind of performance you're looking for.
Thank you, Tomo. Ladies and gentlemen, the SIM2 driver family. The SIM2, the SIM2 Max, and the SIM2 Max D. Anyway, let's move on to the next member of the Metalwoods family. We have the SIM2 fairway woods. Last year, the resurgent momentum of V-Steel propelled the original SIM fairways to reset industry standards. Improving upon all the elements that made the SIM fairways a leader in distance, TaylorMade added a new level of forgiveness in the SIM2 line of fairways. Powered by the iconic V-Steel design that promotes enhanced serve interaction and playability from various lies, improved weight distribution delivers pinpoint CG projection for optimal MOI and launch properties. Here's Tomo to tell us all about the SIM2 line of fairways. Tomo?
Hey guys, Tomo here again from TaylorMade, talking you through the Metalwoods for 2021. Now here is a brand new fairway lineup that you're going to see in the SIM2 family. There's three different models you can see I'm holding in my hand here. And I'm going to talk you through some of the similarities and differences in these models. Firstly, I do want to talk to you about the new Ti fairway, the SIM2 titanium fairway wood. Now this model builds on incredible success that we've had this year with the SIM titanium fairway wood in the marketplace and this really unique construction. Now what this product does that's different from most other fairway woods out there is that it combines a titanium body with a very heavy steel weight on the sole. It's 80 grams of steel that we position strategically here in the sole to create that really, really low CG. It's so low, in fact, that the CG projects through the center face on this product, which is almost unheard of, again, in the fairway category, to produce incredible ball speed, incredible forgiveness, and actually a higher launch and low spin condition, again, to get that distance even further out there. Now, we've done this while also maintaining or actually improving forgiveness in this product. Even though it's gotten a little smaller, we've taken that 180cc size and shrunk it about 10 cc's down to 170. We've actually made it more forgiving at the same time. We've moved some of that weight further back in this steel weight to create, again, that little bit of additional forgiveness in the product to help people, again, on those mishits and reduce some of that gear effect that you see in fairway woods. So really important there. It maintains some of the key technologies that you've seen before in this line of fairway woods, specifically twist face technology and also this Zaytech titanium face, which is extremely strong, allows us to push that COR limit with that face speed on that titanium fairway wood. The V-Steel sole, also we're in generation 2 here, and we've improved the amount of turf interaction that this has to really make it glide through the turf even more smoothly than it does this year in the Sim Ti fairway. So moving on now to the steel fairway woods with the SIM2 Max and the SIM2 Max D. Now these products build on a really rich heritage of fantastic steel fairway woods in TaylorMade's lineup ever since really the M2 product came out. We build on, again, some really important technologies that, again, are industry-defining technologies, such as twist face technology and that speed pocket technology that exists in all our fairway woods, in fact, all our metal woods in the lineup. That speed pocket is especially crucial on a fairway wood because it allows you more consistent distance, even on low face hits, which are so common with fairway woods. And so we're going to see that big through slot speed pocket really function incredibly well on all these three models. One of the other differences that's new in this model is the increased forgiveness in the product. We've actually increased the MOI by over 5% in each of these models, again, to enhance that forgiveness on a club that's typically hard to hit for a lot of golfers, which is that 3-wood off the deck and shots like that. So that's an important improvement as well. So in terms of performance between each of these 3 models, let's talk about some of the differences here in terms of what you're expected to see and how potentially to choose the right fairway wood for each player. The SIM2 Titanium is going to be your lowest spinning option and your longest option. This is going to be a very high launching but very boring trajectory. It's going to be very penetrating. It's going to come out very hot. It's going to be one of our longest fairwoods that we have ever made here at TaylorMade. It also features the loft sleeve, so you can adjust, again, that loft up and down 2 degrees, and obviously a lot of settings in between to really find that perfect loft and face angle combination that you prefer. For the SIM2 Max, we're going to see a little bit higher launch than the SIM2 Titanium. We're designed this product to be easy to play and forgiving while delivering that incredible distance that we're known for. And so you're going to see a couple yards higher peak trajectory. Again, we're still sort of medium to low spin with a very penetrating ball flight. Finally, on the SIM2 Max D, we're going to see that same sort of max performance, but with a bit of draw bias. So typical players will see here 5, 10, maybe 15 yards of draw bias even with this product, again with that little bit of additional heel weighting in the head to provide that help. So that's really the overall difference between these 3 fairway woods. We're going to see for sure a lot of these out in the marketplace. We're going to see them out on tour, and we feel like we're going to have a really, really strong year with the fairway wood lineup for 2021.
Thank you again, Tomo. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the SIM2 family of fairway woods. And now, the final member of the metalwood family, we have the SIM2 Rescues. The impact of the original Sim Max Rescue was felt at every level of the game, from the amateur ranks to the world's best. It even accounted for wins with the current world #1, Dustin Johnson, winning the 2020 Travelers Championship in record-setting fashion with 2 Sim Max Rescues in his bag. Building on that success, TaylorMade has expanded its hybrid offerings in 2021 to include the SIM2 Rescue and the SIM2 Max Rescue. Just like the previous model, both the SIM2 and SIM2 Max Rescue feature twist face technology, through slot speed pocket, and revolutionary V-Steel technology. The SIM2 Rescue has a compact player shape, providing added versatility for the golfer who wants an iron-like ball flight and workability. While the SIM2 Max Rescue brings with it a more refined sole geometry that redistributes weight for increased forgiveness while maintaining low CG properties. And once again, here's Tomo to tell us more about it.
Hey guys, Tomo here from TaylorMade again, talking you through the 2021 lineup of metalwoods, and this time the hybrid category, and specifically the new SIM2 Rescues that we see here. So we have 2 models this year, 1 more compared to last year, and the new entrant in this category is the new SIM2 Rescue, and that's a new look and feel that provides a different level of performance than we've seen typically in our Rescue lineup. So we're going to talk a little bit about that here today. We also have the SIM2 Max, which again builds on that strong lineage and strong performance we've seen this year in the Sim Max, really to further our performance in that more game improvement hybrid category, which, to be honest, we've also seen out on tour as well. So this is a real good crossover product for a lot of golfers looking for more performance and more height in their product. Now, looking at the 2 models and what's different about them, visually, first of all, you'll see a massive difference between these 2. So obviously, in the shaping of these products, we spent a lot of time to dial in the shape uniquely on each of these products. The underlying technology, however, is very similar. And so let me go through the key ones here for you to remember. We're obviously starting on the face. We're going to see twist face again, and that's obviously common in all of our metalwoods this year, drivers, fairways, and these hybrids. Twist face technology is really important on these clubs because, again, with these smaller heads, you don't have as high inertia as a driver, and so that off-center hit is going to have more gear effect, and that twist face is going to play a very important role in getting some of those shots a little bit more online. Then moving on to the sole of the club, these through slot speed pockets. Again, really important to create that ball speed on these faces as well, and also forgiveness on low face miss hits. And then finally, also with V-Steel technology in both of these clubs. Now they look a little different, but again, they perform that same function of having that club glide smoothly through the turf, reducing turf drag, and enabling more versatility in these clubs. And so really important there. Now that's sort of what's the same in these clubs. And again, from a shaping standpoint, we've really taken a lot of care to make sure that these fit the right player segments and provide different performance for the people that look for different things. If you start with the SIM2 Max product, and I start with this because this is really one that's building off the SIM Max in 2020, this product has got a very similar shape from Address, and a lot of golfers are going to feel very confident with this. It's going to have that straight top line with the chalk paint. It's going to provide a lot of confidence there, but now with a slightly more squared off face on the sole to really provide a slightly more forgiving platform for even more playability than we've had before. The SIM2 Rescue, now this one has a lot of new things going on with it in terms of shaping. We really looked at some of the past technologies and past shaping from clubs like Gapper High, from M3 Rescues, and sort of brought all the best of those things into this product where we have a wider sole than the top. So it's sort of this upside down shape, more of an iron-like profile. That top line is going to ascend from the heel to the toe, again with that high toe look, and that's really going to appeal to a player who's looking for a club that really sort of flows more seamlessly from their iron set. We're going to see a little bit of a performance difference between these as well. We've designed them both with extremely fast faces using that C300 material on both of these to provide incredible ball speed, but the SIM2 Rescue is going to provide a little bit more of a lower launching, slightly higher spinning trajectory for a little bit more workability. That SIM2 Max Rescue is going to offer that high launch, low spin flight that we're used to seeing in this category, really to provide that distance that golfer is looking for. So slightly different use case for both. We're going to see both of these in play on tour and a lot of consumers bag. They're not necessarily targeted at different handicap levels, although we see probably the SIM2 Rescues appealing more to that better player with that more compact shaping from front to back and heel toe. And also you'll notice no chalk paint on that SIM2 Rescue, so more of a cleaner iron-like look overall.
We don't expect everyone to share our passion for getting better at this game, or even understand it. But this drive we all have isn't going away anytime soon.
To round out the SIM2 lineup, let's now move on to the irons category. The industry-leading performance found in the original SIM Max irons inspired the TaylorMade R&D team to ask the question, what would happen if we supported the entire top line from heel to toe? Enter Capback Design. This new iron construction is the key to unlocking a new level of distance and performance. The strong, lightweight polymer material spanning the entire cavity helps to secure the top line and provides additional rigidity in the upper part of the face. Together with the flexible through-slot speed pocket, it creates a larger unsupported area of the face, which translates to improved flexibility, engineered for increased ball speeds and distance. When paired with the echo damping system, the multifaceted design helps to minimize unwanted vibrations that create the harsh feel associated with traditional distance irons, producing the signature forged-like feel and sound of SIM irons. Eclipsing the performance of conventional cavity backs, SIM2 Max and SIM2 Max OS provide a pathway to better forgiveness, distance, and feel. Here is Matt Bovey, Senior Manager of Product Creation in the irons category, to tell us more about it.
Hey everyone, my name is Matt Bovey and I oversee the irons category here at TaylorMade Golf. As you know, in 2020 we've had a lot of momentum building in the irons category, not just in the game improvement side but also in the P series as well. Now in the 2020 game improvement irons, we added the new SIM Max OS to the lineup, which allowed us to speak to a wider array of golfers by bringing in that super game improvement iron. This has been an undeniable success for us, and we're excited to talk about how we take that success and move it into 2021, so let's jump in. Now in 2020, we used the speed bridge technology in combination with the echo damping system to really give golfers more distance with better feel. In fact, forged iron-like feel. We're building on that technology as we move forward into the new 2021 products, specifically with a brand new construction that's going to revolutionize the game improvement iron category. This new technology is called the cap back design, and it's found in both the SIM2 Max and SIM2 Max OS. Let's start with the technology built into both SIM2 Max and Max OS. Most importantly, that new cap back design I mentioned. You can see it beautifully on display here in both the Max and Max OS irons. And what's important to understand about this cap back design is ultimately it's giving golfers a faster and more forgiving face. That's the key takeaway. Now, how we do that is through multi-material construction that allows us to really free up that face to move and have more flexibility thanks to this new construction. That ultimately gives golfers a larger sweet spot that we're able to put in a more intelligent location to provide better shots more often. In addition to the cap back design, these irons are also packed with other technologies that you're used to hearing from us, like that echo damping system that we introduced in 2020, providing that forged iron-like feel. It still uses multiple contact points and spans all the way from the heel to the toe to give you that excellent feel without inhibiting performance. Now in 2021, thanks to the cap back design, we've been able to re-engineer the polymer blend used in the echo damping system to actually give you an even better feel, even though we're packing in more performance. Let's take a second to talk about the face technologies built into both Sim Max and Max OS. We're using that ultra thin face, which means a lot of flexibility, with a 450 stainless steel, which is a high strength material, which gives us enough ductility in order to create that flexibility, but also the speed to be able to generate distance. In addition to the cap back construction, both the Max and Max OS are packed with technologies like our through slot speed pocket, which you see on the bottom of the iron here. This is a key technology for TaylorMade as it disconnects the face from the sole. This allows the face to really move, again, more freely, specifically on shots lower on the face. It's providing golfers with more forgiveness to make their mishits even better. Now, this through slot speed pocket works in conjunction with an ultra thin face designed with progressive inverted cone technology. Now, what progressive inverted cone technology really does is it minimizes that miss to the right for the high handicap player that they so commonly struggle with. Now, in fact, when you look at TaylorMade game improvement irons compared to the competitive spectrum, you'll notice that our irons are online, neutral bias, and in fact create a little bit of draw spin. The reason we're able to do this is because of that progressive inverted cone, which is a unique technology to TaylorMade. Last but certainly not least, both of these irons are designed with technologies like the fluted hosel and a 360 undercut to promote an ultra low center of gravity, which is so key for the game improvement sector in terms of creating that high launching ball flight and maximizing distance. Thanks to the new design, we have a faster face, which is providing, again, faster ball speeds. We're also seeing higher launch in player testing, and those two attributes are giving golfers an increase in peak height, which we all know is very important for that high handicap player. And what we're most proud of as far as the 2021 SIM2 Max irons go is that these irons are more consistent than our irons in the past, which means that your mishits are better. From a radial dispersion standpoint, we're getting tighter groupings in the all-new SIM2 Max irons, which is something that we are truly proud of and golfers are going to love. Let's take a more in-depth look at the SIM2 Max iron here. Let's start with shaping. Now, from a shaping perspective, this uses moderate visual cues with a clean look at address. So it has a nice moderate sole width here, but some stability and forgiveness through the turf. And when you look down at this, it's got a little bit of offset, but still a very, very clean and playable view. We've kept the irons look fairly sleek overall by using, again, a moderate top line width here, so we're instilling confidence with the golfer without it looking oversized or clunky. Now, from a performance perspective, this is going to give you a high launching ball flight. That's important for game improvement, of course, but again, remember that cap back design is providing all that additional face speed with a larger sweet spot, which means that the SIM2 Max iron is certainly not short on forgiveness and is really going to provide that all-around performance that most golfers are looking for. Okay, let's shift gears and talk about the SIM2 Max OS a little bit and really understand the differences between Max and Max OS. Now the SIM2 Max OS iron is designed as a super game improvement iron. It uses some oversized shaping to build in additional stability and forgiveness, again, for that golfer that's really looking to hit the ball further and more consistent. So from a shaping perspective, you're going to notice right away that the Max OS uses a larger sole width. Again, that promotes that ultra low center of gravity and has a nice forgiving turf interaction. It also has more offset. Again, this helps eliminate some of that right miss. It's a different visual cue for the higher handicap player to cue off of. And that top line thickness here, a little bit thicker in the long irons, but again, it stays moderate in the short irons because we want an iron that looks clean and confident, inspiring at address. I hope you all are as excited about what's coming in 2021 for irons from TaylorMade as we are. Obviously, we're going to carry this momentum from the P Series into the spring. We're building on this game improvement capability and performance thanks to the all-new catback design, providing that faster, more forgiving face with a larger sweet spot. Again, a lot to get excited about in 2021. We'll see you out there.
Why do we say things like,
Well, not gonna beat that one today.
or worse?
There's the one shot that'll keep you coming back.
Why can't it be more like 5 or 10 or even 50 shots that keep you coming back? That's why we made the all-new SIM2. With a catback design, they're built differently to help give you more forgiveness and more distance more often. So if someone says the key to golf is
Lowering your expectations.
just say
Nah, it's actually playing better irons.
the all-new SIM2 irons from TaylorMade.
Well, there we have it, the new SIM2 family. Now, as always, no TaylorMade equipment launch is ever complete without giving away some TaylorMade merchandise. More specifically, a brand new driver. All you have to do is like this video and leave us a message on the comments below telling us what member of the SIM2 family you're most excited about and why. Participants can get to win limited edition SIM2 caps, TaylorMade ball bags, TP5 and TP5X golf balls, and of course, a brand new SIM2 driver of their choice. This raffle is open to Philippine addresses only. Check the description below for the mechanics and for some more details. We'd like to take this opportunity to express our gratitude to everyone for joining us today. As much as we would have wanted to see all of you in person, as in our TaylorMade launches in the past, we appreciate you taking your time to participate in this alternative virtual launch. Although health protocols have kept us from being together tonight, we golfers are fortunate that we can still take part in the sport that we all love. It is this passion for the game that keeps the people at TaylorMade beyond driven. Now, I'm sure you're all excited to get your hands on the newest clubs from TaylorMade. The SIM2 family will be available tomorrow, February 20, at your favorite Pack Sports stores, with demo clubs to try at our following outlets: Logcom, City Golf, La Paz Center, Shangri-La Plaza, Alabang Country Club, Manila Golf, Valley Golf, and Canlubang Golf. Also, stay tuned to our Facebook and Instagram accounts, as our demo tour will be coming to a golf course near you. Once again, thank you everybody. Stay safe and happy golfing.
All right, let's see who goes first.
I'll go.
Ready to golf, right?
Hey, ladies first.
Introducing SIM2. It's built around a forged aluminum ring for the drives everyone wants to hit and no one wants to follow. SIM2 from TaylorMade.